And he's ranting and raving about
Uh-oh, I broke it.
So I'm excited. I have been waiting over Thanksgiving.
Ayo.
Good morning, everybody. So, you know, it is that time of year. Coaches on the football teams are getting fired. People are losing their jobs in the football world, and of course I'm having to listen to it on the radio about who's getting fired, who's not getting fired, because this man loves football. So, this morning I am listening to some gentleman, I don't even know who it is, I've never heard him before, ranting and raving, but he has some pretty good points, I have to say.
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith. I guess that's who I'm listening to. And he's ranting and raving about football, but he had some good points. And I was pretty surprised because when I got in the car, I'm like, oh, do I really have to listen to this? But it's actually been quite entertaining. It's kind of like, I don't know, the Howard Stern of the football world, I guess. I don't know.
But I used to be a huge Mike and Mike in the Morning fan. Like, I watched it religiously. And I stopped watching it, probably 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And I just found out it's not Mike and Mike in the Morning anymore. So now I gotta tune in to see why.
He's freaking out. He's like, really? It's not Mike and Mike?
They got rid of Greeny. Where'd Greeny go?
Anyway, we are on our way to Dubuque. We have to get some shopping done, car payments made, all that fun stuff. We are back home. I have some cool things to show you that I picked up for the next holiday that's coming up, Valentine's Day. I won't decorate till the beginning of February for that. But I still wanted to pick the things up because the selection was always better right now, and I've been wanting a new wreath hanger, so I'll show you that. I've been wanting something really basic that was really universal for all the different holidays, because I always want to hang something on the door when it comes to the holiday time, and I was able to get one for 37 cents, you guys, so I was pumped about that. And I knew I'd be able to find what I wanted right after Christmas because everything's on sale, and this was 75% off, so I scored with that one. I was so excited. But I am about to start dinner, but I told you guys that we've been doing meal planning, and tonight I have on the menu shepherd's pie, which is a casserole. If you've never had it before or don't know what it is, people make it all different ways. The way I make it is with like tater tots, green beans. I use the French cut green beans, cream of mushroom soup, mashed potatoes, and cheese. So that's how and a hamburger. So that's how I make mine. I'm gonna sort my hamburger while I'm at it because I've got that big roll, so I'm gonna sort it into some freezable sizes and get that stuck in the freezer so it doesn't go bad. And then we have butterscotch and chocolate pie on the menu tonight, so hopefully I'll get those made.
Did you get Play-Doh while we were out today? I want to spaghetti this off. Spaghetti.
You're spaghettiing that off?
I'm going to make it for you.
Oh, thank you.
Can you get my mixer for my cutting?
Alright guys, I have the tater tots pre-baked. Burgers going on the stove. The potatoes are boiling. Now this is because I'm making homemade mashed potatoes to put on top of it. Sometimes I make instant, but tonight I'm doing homemade. And I got my first cup of coffee of the day. I did make some Kool-Aid. Are you thirsty?
Blue Kool-Aid. Look.
That looks so good. It's ready to go in the oven. Look at all those layers. Ooh, so good. About 5 minutes left on dinner, and I've got a chocolate and butterscotch cream pie. Aspen's all excited because he's getting to lick the pudding spoon. But I've got a chocolate and butterscotch cream pie ready to go in the quilt. Don't touch.
That's the one.
Hot.
This is the one pie.
Did you help me make these? Did you pour the stuff in? But it's super hot because we just cooked it, huh?
I gotta do the other thing. Do you let me? Well, I don't want to do the other thing. Can I, Mommy?
What other thing?
The one
You can help me put the Cool Whip on when they're cool. And then you can lick the spoon.
Uh-oh, I broke it.
Alright, you guys, that turned out beautiful. That is perfect. The only thing we're waiting for now is for the corn to cook. And that shouldn't take too long. That should be about 5-10 minutes, and then we'll be eating. We are getting ready to watch the Blacklist mid-season premiere, so I'm excited. I have been waiting for what? Season 5?
Episode 9.
Alright, so we're getting ready to watch the Blacklist Season 5 mid-season premiere. So I'm pretty excited. I can't wait. Chocolate cream pie's done and my butterscotch cream, and we're gonna eat these. So I have a mound of dishes to do. I have some clean ones to put away, but mostly just a mound of dishes to do. And I told you yesterday I normally do them before I make dinner, but we got home kind of late, so that couldn't happen because I had to make dinner. But I gotta show you a couple of things, tell you about something before I hit those. So I had to show you, I told you I went shopping earlier and I had to show you some of the stuff I picked up. So over Thanksgiving and Christmas, I was pretty inspired with the decorating and stuff like that. I've never done a bunch of decorating for a lot of the other holidays, just mostly for Christmas and a little for Thanksgiving. But I really had a good time doing it this year. And so I went to the dollar store today and they had quite a few cute things in. And then I think I got one thing at Walmart, and I thought I'd show you what we're gonna do starting February 1st to kind of deck out. I decided not to deck out the entire house, just our door, and then like some kitchen tea towels, a little bit on our dining room table, and then up here for those up on top of the fish tank for the miscellaneous holidays in between. And just stick with our regular decor through the rest of the house. But I thought it'd be kind of a fun thing to do and fun for the kids. So these are a couple of things that I picked up for February for Valentine's Day. So I picked this up for Ireland so she can go ahead and do another centerpiece for the table for us. And then I got her, now since it's just such a small vase, I got her one bundle of pink flowers. And I figured we'll cut these down a little bit and she can put them in there. And then I also got her some of these, I don't know if you can see them, they're kind of there. Some sparkly little heart picks. And I thought she could put those inside with the flowers and it looks super cute. So the other thing I got for on top of the fish tank are these, and I thought they were so cute. These I found at the Dollar Tree, $1 a piece, and I thought they'd look really nice next to this. Now this I got at Walmart, and I was looking for the same, I don't know if I have it upside down or not. I guess it doesn't really matter. But I was looking for the same type of like wood, kind of plaquey thing that I had on top of there from Christmas and when I put up our fall decor. So I was really excited to find this one, and I loved the colors because it's got the golds and kind of the off-white and the reds in it, and it wasn't too much pink because we're doing a little pink on the table, but I just wanted touches of pink, not too much pink. And then the last thing that I picked up was these tea towels. Now I was really excited because of course they have the red on them, and anytime I'm picking up tea towels for the holidays, I'm looking for like reds or browns, and I'll tell you why in a second. This was my 37-cent find I was telling you guys about. Just a simple plain wreath hanger for the holidays. I have a snowman one, which I do not have a Christmas wreath yet. Because I used to have a really beautiful one, and it finally, the lights on it burned out, and I'm in need of a new one, but I haven't found one that I like yet. So I'm super picky when it comes to wreaths. So until I find the right one, I just don't hang one at all. But my other one for Christmas has a really pretty snowman and stuff on it. So that's what that one's for, but this is for all the rest of the holidays, and I thought that was perfect. It's gold, it's just simple and plain, and it was only 37 cents at Walmart on clearance. So anyway, that brings me to, I told you guys I was going to kind of tell you what was going on in 2018, and it's more my goals. Every year I set not so much, I guess, resolutions, but they're goals that I'm trying to reach and attain each year. And so I set a few for myself, and some of them have to do with what I got today. That brings me to this, and these. So I've been working on home improvements, and I know over the summer and spring and fall you guys saw me doing lots and lots of home improvements, but once the holiday season hit, a lot of that kind of went to the wayside, as well as my writing career. So that brings me to 2018 and some of the goals that I have planned for this upcoming year, or for this year now that we're in. It's so hard to believe we're in 2018, you guys. So I'm going to tell you a couple of the things that I have planned and the goals that I intend to reach this year. Last year I set myself several goals, one of which was a cleaner house, which I have reached it to a point, but not to the level that I want to maintain it. So I have hit that goal. I also wanted to get book 1 into print, which I did accomplish, and I'm really excited about that. The next step is to get my box of books in. I have several books that I need to send out yet to people. So that's still a goal of mine. I'm going to reach out to my publisher before this month is over and talk to her about getting a box of books. One of the other things I wanted to do last year was learn a better editing software, because I was originally using Creator Studio, which no longer exists, and it was my goal to find an editing software that worked a little bit better for me and allowed me to do some of the things I wanted to do, like music montages, but where you could still hear people's voices, stuff like that. And I was able to find a better editing software, and one I'm really comfortable with and is easy for me to use. And I know I've had quite a few people actually ask me lately what I use for my editing software. So I use iMovie. Simply that. It's very easy for me to use. I can do it on my phone when I'm not busy doing something. I can edit our vlogs and put them together, and I can do that throughout the day. I'm not tied down to a computer, and I really love that about it, because it's so, the ease of use for me is what I was looking for. Learn how to make a YouTube banner, which I did, and actually Tearlyn made our YouTube banner for us, so we now have that up there, because originally I had like the black and gray pixelated boxes or whatever it is up there. One of my other goals last year, and this was more of a I hope to achieve it before the end of the year, was to write book 5. Now I do not have book 5 written, but I do have it outlined, so I've half reached my goal. I also wanted to read a book a month, you guys. Have I gotten that done? No. As an author, it is so important to read, and I have not sat down and found the time to do that very much lately. So I have listened to audiobooks, so I've probably gotten in about 3 audiobooks this year, but that's not near the goal that I want to reach for a reading level. Anyway, I had a couple other goals in 2017, and some of those I just kind of pushed to the wayside and decided it wasn't right for what I was doing with my writing career, personal goals, things like that. So every year at the beginning of the year, I put myself a list together and I decide this is what I'm going to do for the year. But as the year goes on, sometimes those things change and those goals don't mesh with the things that I want to actually do. So there were about 3 or 4 things that I just decided it wasn't right for where I'm at this point in my life. But that leads me to this year's goals and why I got a hammer today. So for my writing goals this year, I put together a pretty extensive list. One of the things that I want to do is finish re-editing book 3. So that book is already out on the market, but we've revamped and re-edited books 1 and 2. And number 3 needs to be done. Book 4 is completely where we want it to be, but 3 still needs some TLC. So my goal is to get that done, and hopefully before springtime. I want to finish writing book 5, so now that the outline's done for that, I want to get that book actually written. I'm very excited to put this book out and have it out there for people to read. I think the story is much different than the first 4 in the series, but it's really going to bring a cool dynamic to the series that eventually is going to lead up to the ending of the series, but not for a while yet. And I want to go ahead and outline book 6 once I finish writing book 5. So, and a lot of that process is done sometimes during the writing process of the book previous to it for me. So sometimes it's really simple and other times it takes a little more brain power to do that. My 4th goal for 2018 for writing is to find a publisher for my children's books. My 5th goal is to get a box of my first books in, because my 6th goal is to go to my first convention as a vendor. So my last writing goal for 2018 is to reconnect with my night writing group. They're always a really great support system and kind of a good kick in the butt to get things accomplished that I need to. So those are my writing goals for 2018. I do have some personal goals and some YouTube goals that I want to meet this year. I'm still debating back and forth whether or not to start a second YouTube channel. I've talked about it a lot of times over the last year. I think I've really been tossing it back and forth, and it's really more for things like these sit down videos, haul videos, stuff like that. I know several of you have said that you really like having some of this stuff just kind of mixed in with our vlogs, so let me know in the comments below what you think. Start a second channel for stuff like that, mom hacks, tips and tricks, or just continue to leave it in our vlogs. Let me know what you think down below. So home goals that I have are, I want to get, you guys know I have been working on Mount Washmore forever. I really just want to get my laundry room remodeled, painted, done, and kind of take you guys along in that process. Hence the hammer and nails and paintbrushes. But those are actually for the kitchen and the foyer, because those are some of my first things I'm going to be working on. The second goal is to get our roof put on, which means if I have to be on the phone every day close to spring to get a hold of a roofer to do the roof, that's what Mama's going to be doing, because this roof needs to be on so bad. I have to fix my bathroom sink, so that's one of my other home improvement goals that need to be done. One of the pipes busted underneath, so right now I have something catching the drip and you can't use it. Number 4 for home improvements and for the household is to get the kitchen painted. That's where I'm starting this month, so I'm pretty excited about that. I have the schoolroom wall that needs fixed, and I want to get that room painted. So I think the color scheme is going to be pretty similar to what it is now. I think just a little slightly different color of green that's on there, because it's kind of almost like a greenish blue, and I think a lot of that has to do with the sun fading that's happened in that room. Then I want to get the foyer painted, and I still have some decluttering goals that I want to get done in the house. When we moved in, we had a lot of stuff. We still have a lot of stuff, so there's a lot more things that I want to take down a little more minimal. If I don't love it, it just needs to go. Of course, working on my house, maintaining it, keeping it clean every day. That's super simple, just quick pickups that help maintain a house. So that's my goal for 2018, is for the most part, unless I'm sick, to make sure everything is just neat and tidy and where I want it. And the decluttering process is a big part of that. Then, of course, the laundry room remodel, getting that done, because the laundry room is probably one of my biggest areas of shame. It is so ugly. It needs so much TLC, and it's just hard to love going in there to do laundry. So, and you guys know I very rarely take you in there for anything, because it is next to my upstairs bathroom, probably the ugliest room in the house, minus the ones that are tore apart on the other side. And I do have a personal goal. I want to paint my nails more often, so I have this amazing collection of nail polish, and I absolutely love nail polish, but I always find myself really busy and I never sit down and take the time to paint my nails anymore. And it's something that I really love to do. So my goal is to paint my nails more often. I know it's something really silly, but I like to put some small, silly, attainable goals in with my yearly goals, because as I can check those things off, it just makes me feel like I'm accomplishing something, and it kind of keeps that ball rolling for me. Those are my 2018 goals, you guys. Let me know, what are some of the goals that you guys made, some of the resolutions that you might have made for yourself? Do you make them or don't you make them? Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow.